Okay. Come in here. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on live tonight. Tonight is Wednesday and we are on for Posh Late Night Biz. Hey Stephanie, and we are right here on IG. Over here, we're on everywhere else, pretty much. Everywhere else. Hey Kim from Chicago. Monique, hey ladies, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. So tonight I wanted to jump on. It's kind of wrapping up the whole segment with fabric, so I'm going to close it out with talking about colors, right? So what I'm going to do is pretty much just share with you guys 6 tips and how you can easily get inspiration on how to pick your colors for backdrops. I've never had so many requests as far as backdrop colors ever, and I guess I didn't realize how difficult it was. Hey Blondie, hey Angie, I didn't understand how difficult it was or get how difficult it was until all the requests came in. So hey Val, I just got your email, Val. Crystal. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I do, some quick easy strategies. Some of these tips I'm quite sure you probably do yourself, but it's pretty much what I do all the time. Main thing is, especially if I'm stuck, sometimes you just can get freaking stuck, right? You're like, well, what that fly? You're like, well, what colors? I don't know what colors to pair with each other. So one thing I definitely want to tell you guys, those that's new to the platform, I am Precious Stevens of the Posh Academy, and I pretty much just teach event professionals, now just creatives, right, how to attract higher paying clients through premium draping, meaning, get the backdrops that get more money, right? Pretty much, right? So that's pretty much what I do. So if you're new to the platform, especially over on YouTube, thank you. Welcome. Become a part of the tribe by simply joining our Facebook group, and I'll put it in the comments. Y'all know I'm blind. So one of the things, and I'm gonna ask you guys first. I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you get your inspiration from as far as your draping? Like, how do you pair your colors? Where are you getting these ideas from? Where are you getting these insights from for getting your backdrop colors, right? Hey Julia. Hi Tawana. Spill all the beans. I'm gonna tell you what I know. I don't know all the beans, but I got a couple of them in my box, right? I'm gonna give you a couple of them. You want Kate back? Oh, who is this? The football team? I don't even know who that is. I can't. Y'all gotta stop writing them letters, and I don't know your name. All right, so hey Cheryl, tell me in the comments, where are you guys getting these ideas from with these backdrops? Not only where you getting your ideas from, like what is pretty much moving you to pair the colors the way you pair them. And not only that, you kind of got to understand color theory. This is like one of the things they, sometimes I say all the time, like the stuff they teach you in school, like you ain't gonna need none of that. But this is one of those things, if you're in design, yeah, you do need to understand color theory. You do have to understand the emotion that comes behind color, right? And how you're going to make people feel. That's at events, right? So some of the things that I mainly consider when I'm, thinking of my colors and things like that. The first thing, especially if I'm working with a client, is the culture. Home decor. Okay, awesome. Home decor. Yes, awesome. So the first thing I normally think about is the culture. Like if it's something I have to be mindful of, right? You do have some cultures, and color is a really big thing, right? Like I don't really like red. I'm not gonna say hate. I don't like draping with red too much because it's just one of those overpowering colors, right? And red could do a lot. And I just don't like it. But you do have some cultures where red is like it's like a really, really, really important color, right? And then not only that, but it symbolizes things, right? To me, it symbolizes evil, right? But that's to me. I just do not like the color red unless it's on a Coke can, right? Pretty much. So, but in draping, I don't deal with red too much. But you got to understand the culture. So like now my thing is I fell in love with this Mindy, like the whole Mindy thing with the different colors. And so I'm working on a design being built out around that. The whole thing they use with the umbrellas and the purples and the yellows and the greens is like amazing, right? So you got to consider the culture. And this is something that you definitely should be communicating with your client. finding out what those colors are, right? Not only that, what do they mean? Because like I just told you guys, color evoke emotion. So is this like, what kind of audience is this? Or not audience, but what kind of guests do they have? Is these like, hype, excited, because color, it makes you excited. Or is it like calm? You got to kind of, make everything kind of simmer down, make sure people stay in their seats, stuff like that. Right, so Trina, big thing, like red is one of their major colors, right? So if I'm doing something like the Mindi theme or the Indian culture, red is a really important color, and it pairs well with the other colors that that they like using. So in that case, yeah, I would use it, and it comes out really, really nice. But just like something traditional, I don't like those kind of loud colors. I think it depends, because I saw a red event, and like the whole thing was red. I think it was about a week ago, and that sucker was hot. I don't remember who designed it, but it looked amazing. They really, really pulled, and the draping was just like oh my God, it was just ridiculous. It was like jaw dropping, right? So they clearly killed it with the color red. But you want to keep in mind like different cultures and things like that. Another thing that I go to, and I still go to, is Pinterest, right? You want to go out there and get inspiration. Now, some people get confused, because inspiration is just what it says. Inspiration, right? We're not talking about going and copying people's stuff. And that's so funny, because it's another story that just happened a few days ago, right? Someone go and, you take a picture, you look at the picture, you look at the work, and you go and replicate the exact same thing. I'm like, guys, we are creatives, meaning, yes, let's be inspired by each other, right? Sorry. Yes, let's be inspired by each other. However, put your own spin on it, right? Someone should see your personality. Someone should see your vex, your whatever in your design. When you go and just, replicate down to the T someone else's design, that is not, I hope you guys don't think, and not you guys, but whoever does this, that is flattering, because it's not. It's not like a thing where a designer will be like, oh yeah, she copied off of me. That's amazing. Oh yeah. No, it's like, really? You couldn't do nothing different? Like nothing at all. Hey Kim, right, Michelle, tell them, don't copy. It's one thing being inspired, right? Because I still get inspiration. If I see somebody's stuff and it look hot, I'm like, oh yeah. But I'm like, oh, how can I make it, put precious stamp on that thing? I could get inspired by colors. I could get inspired by a design. But you will never see on any of my pages something that is a complete duplicate of someone else's work. That's a big no-no. You wanna know what? This is like new to me, because I'm not really on IG like that. But CV Linens, they hands down, they have the way they repost people work. That is like amazing. I'm so vexed that they repost my stuff, and they have some amazing works of art on their page. So that is a good place, and I didn't even write that down. Thank you, Jordan. I hope I said that right. So CV Linens, those of you guys that's on Instagram, right? They do have a really great feed with nothing but, well, it's different stuff, but it's a whole lot of draping, right? And it's beautiful draping. But I would go to Pinterest, right? Not only that, I have some colleagues that do amazing work, right? You wouldn't see me replicate what they do. However, I would be inspired by a piece of work and go and put my own stamp on it. I might choose different colors. I might choose a different design. I don't know. It might maybe something, right? But it's about inspiration. And also, I still get inspired by looking at magazines. I don't buy the magazines because I'm just not a magazine collector. But I will clearly, especially if I'm in the airport, I get ideas all running through my head, right? And I'm a sketcher, so I'll get to sketching different stuff. And that's how I come up with them crazy designs. Some people like, oh, that's too busy. Some people like, oh my God, it's jaw-dropping. But that is how I come up with it. I get inspiration from any place. Another place, I didn't even write this one down, is hotels. Like, you go stay in like a nice 5-star hotel. I'm telling you, the draping game is I'm not even paying attention to nothing about the resort but the drapes. I'm looking like, wow, just looking at how they do things, how they put things together, how they match different textures and different colors, stuff that I normally wouldn't probably do. But when I see it, I'm like, wow. And that is honestly how I got into playing with different tapestries, right? Just playing with stuff. Like, that look amazing. Like, I just, now I've been here 2 years. I just put some drapes in my bedroom. Like, cause I don't know, I kept like, I couldn't get it together what I wanted, the color concept or anything like that. I just knew I wanted some patterns. I finally got some curtains, some drapes in my bedroom. But that's where my ideas come from, right? Come from hotels and things, even boutiques. Even boutiques. I was like, wow, that look amazing. And even back home, I used to drape boutiques back home, and so if any of you guys drape, that's something you should be looking to do, because boutiques, even though it's like a one-time thing, but for one, they pay great money to have their boutiques draped, and then it's like an eye catcher, right? And then it becomes trendy. So they can't be the hotties on the block with all the draping game, because it's, big bay windows is noticeable. So now, guess what? Other people want to want their stuff draped. So any of you guys that's like along those strip malls and the hair boutiques, and now they got the lash boutiques and the eyebrow boutiques and all that, those guys really enjoy and love, and they will pay to get their windows draped. So that's a tip. So go check that out. Hey Tammy, are you the one? Did you just book something with me from Tucson? Another one is trends, right? So y'all know people are trendy. People want what's popping. So that's an easy way. Not only is it an easy way to get inspiration, but it's also an easy way to not necessarily go viral, but it's a very easy way to get your works shared. Like a lot of the algorithm, when y'all be like, I can't get any traction on my stuff, well, you gotta post some stuff that people want to see, baby. That's it. But normally when things are trendy, like especially with this whole outside thing, y'all should be draping up. And I know I probably should too, but I'm just too freaking busy. But y'all should be draping some stuff outside, because that is how you can easily manipulate the system and get, a bunch of likes, a bunch of shares, a bunch of whatever it is, right? So trendy, whatever is trending, whatever is popping, whatever people doing. Another one is, like, I think it's December of every year, when the Pantone color of the year, you already know that's going to be hot. Some people just wait until that drop, and then they instantly put stuff in rotation and put things like that, because that's going to be the color of the year. So people are going to be looking out for that. And not only looking out for that, people are going to be looking for things that's different, that's eye-catching, that's just, people just want to be the first to do stuff. So be amongst the first to do stuff, right? Don't sit around and keep looking at different things and what you could copy. Kind of get ahead of the ball. Y'all know Pantone of the year come out, I think it's December. I can't remember, because I haven't done that in a while. I think since it was Coral was, I think, the last time I did the Pantone color of the year. I didn't even do it this year at all, and I think it was blue, something like that. Hey Latoya. So you want to do that, find out what's trending, and also what's popular, what people want. That's sometimes, I tell you all the time, give people what they want, babe. If they want purple, blue, and black, give them purple, blue, and black. And don't worry about how it's going, you don't put your emotion in it. You got to give people what they want. So tip number 4 is, I will go to that one last. Another one, I do this all the time. I don't do it too much now, but I used to. Go with your favorite. Go with your favorite color. Kind of start there, and then just let it build and evolve into something wonderful, right? Everybody, you probably can guess it. My favorite color is pink, right? My favorite color really is white. But when it comes to eye-catching, girly, feminine, chic, all that is pink. So anytime I can play in some pink anytime I can play in some pink fabric, I am super duper happy. This when was it? Monday, I had a private draping class. I was so happy. She said shades of pink. It was overwhelming. It was like, oh yes. I almost took a picture to put on my stuff, because it was like my branding colors, right? Even yesterday I had a big event with a perimeter draping, and guess what? It was pink, and it was beautiful. Anything with pink, start with your favorite colors. What I used to do is I used to try and coax people into colors I like, right? Or stuff I wanted to play with. Like, especially, I think it was like a teal. It was like one time I had all this teal. I never got a chance to drape with it, like really do an event, nothing like that. And so you kind of could, coax people into it, and you talk them into it, show them some stuff, right? And that's how you get the inspiration to just do different things. Not only that, I play in a lot of pink, because even if I'm playing around, I'm still building my brand. Like, so I'll use the photos and I'll incorporate them into whatever I have going on, any kind of advertisements, things like that. So even if it's not your favorite color, your branding colors, right? Take the opportunity to just play around with colors that you ultimately need, so that your brand could be cohesive. What else is it as far as your favorite? Yeah, so just start with your favorite. Thanks, Tawana. The Fifth one is client preference, right? Same thing. Give them what they want. If there's something that they're requesting, one thing I suggest with you guys all the time is as far as the swatches. Swatches to me is very important. I kind of learned my lesson the hard way. And so, and y'all probably heard the story. As far as the ivory and the cream and off-white, it's just too many different shades. And especially when it comes down to a bride, you better get the shade correct. But the main way for you to get the shade correct is have them point it out there itself, right? Because if they get a veil and they get a dress or something that just don't match, and it's not matching the linen, it's not your fault because they picked it out. And it was a wedding. This was back home. It was a wedding, and the skirt was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was I think it was Event Decor's curly willow or something. It wasn't a cheap curly willow. It was the one. It was a nice one. It was a really nice curly willow, but it said it was off white or ivory or something. That sucker was nowhere near ivory, right? So I mean, it didn't turn out a disaster, but it wasn't like a happy experience, right? It really did look white. It looked white. So, that was my thing, and how from that moment on, I always use sketches. I mean, not sketches. I always use swatches and have them pick them out themselves, especially when it comes down to pink. Too many different shades. When even Monday with the last draping class, we were doing pink, right? And so she pulled out her shades and everything. And then we put it together, and it just was this one shade of pink that just kind of threw everything off. And then, boy, do y'all know we had to take that sucker down and take that pink off to replace it with another shade of pink. And then when we replaced it, it just came out totally better. But pink is another one. Purple is too many different shades and tints of purple. Blue is just ridiculous, right? And so you want to be, you want to make sure you got the right color. Pink goes with everything. 50 Shades of Pink, right? I love pink. You cannot not like pink. So another thing, even with sketches, like I still sketch now, but now I do it. I have a illustrator that sketches my backdrops, so now I have the ability to just color it in, and it's fun. For one, it's fun. It kind of it's like you just color it. So you could use some sketches, right? It'll help you kind of get your ideas together, get your colors flowing. And then the main one that I love, because this is what I go to when I'm stuck, when I'm just like, I don't know what to do, right? I'm looking at some stuff and I'm like, nah, I don't really like that. Or I may see a design and I'm like, I like the design, but the colors to me, it may be a little off. And I'm like, nah, what colors can I pair to make it pop? I go to the color wheel. Anytime I'm stuck, I'll go to the color wheel. And to me, I'm a very visual person, so like I can have a concept in my head, and I'm like, I don't know how that's going to turn out, or something like that. But you go straight to the color wheel, you put your color in, and it kicks back out, the 3 colors or the 2 colors or whatever, and you're like, oh my God, that's how I got this one that I'm doing now. I'd have never in a million years thought to pair these colors together, and I have all of my fabric is just like bam right there, and just where I can see all of it, all the colors, but I would have never thought to mix these colors together. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. I said I would show you guys. So we're going to go to the color wheel. So guys, I'm sorry. If y'all over here on IG and you want to see what I'm about to show you, come over here on YouTube or on Facebook or something. All right, so let's share the screen. Okay, is it sharing? That look weird. And I can't see. Oh, I think it did it. So I don't know if you guys could, I should have put up 2 monitors. If you guys can see my screen, this is what I mean by knowing color theory, and I mean actually knowing it, right? The different types of color. Wait a minute, different kind of color combinations, right? Your complementary colors, they are the ones that's more bold because they're the 2 colors that is opposite on the color wheel. So they're bold, they're kind of going to stand out, right? And they're going to be opposite colors. Then you have your monochromatic, and monochromatic is cool, but it's boring a little bit. It depends, because it's all one color, but it's just different shades of that one color, right? I said I was going to play with that one just to do it, just to see. I love analogous. I love analogous backdrops. These are the ones when there's 3 colors that's next to each other on the color wheel, such as this. And then it just keeps on going. So what I do, I'll just pick a color over here. Let's just say, I want to play with some emerald, right? Let's just say I want to play with some emerald. And let's go with a deeper emerald. Wait a minute. That color. That's like a color I just got. But let's just say I want to do complementary. I do not like this. We were just talking about this the other day. This is this remind me of Mardi Gras, right? The green and purple remind me of Mardi Gras. And I wouldn't do it unless someone requested it. So if I'm doing analogous, which is what I like, is the 3 colors that's next to each other. So, and I'll just move it around. Like, I'll just move this sucker around till I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm like, oh yeah, that's hot. So I said I was going to do like one with these colors right here, similar to this. But this is pretty much what I do when I'm stuck, or if I have a color that come in, or I go on a website and I'm like, that's a nice color, especially the magenta. I love the magenta. So if I see that come in, I'm like, oh, what can I pair that with, right? I'm like, what can I do? That's just pretty much what I do. I play with this all day. Well, not all day, but if y'all get the picture. Hey, Andrea. No, so that's Canva. I love Canva. That's just only Canva, right? Canva has it. Coolers, that's another one. Let me put it in the thing. Wait a minute, let me see something. Let me copy and paste it. I'm telling y'all be sleeping on Canva, boy. Everybody keeps saying I need to do a class on Canva. Canva do a lot. All of my branding stuff come from Canva. Everything. My headers, my templates, everything comes from Canva. So this is the color wheel. I just put it in the comments. So just go to that, play with it. Another one is cooler.io or something like that. .io. I think that's it. But that's another one I go to. And it's just really simple. It really helps me to come up with my different color schemes, right? It's inspiration. It helps me to just understand the colors that opposite, colors that pair, colors that just blend well. And then you just kind of want to be careful because it's weird because you can pair 2 colors together, but according to where you place the colors, it could be like a make or break kind of thing, right? So you kind of got to understand, what are you really trying to get them to focus on? So if you kind of see, I should have had a picture of my draping. So if you kind of see how I tend to drape, and even the way I teach, I normally am bringing the focus to the middle. So that's where a lot of my stuff is happening. And then my base layer, which is my first layer, normally is dark. I like dark because it will make my second layer pop, meaning I'm going to bring all the attention to most of the drapery work, where the swagging and the scallops and whatever, all that. So, normally if there's a light base, then it's like, it's kind of, your eyes can kind of go anywhere. Depends. You got to really pay attention to your negative and your positive space and use things around your backdrop. Draping is a little more than just throwing some drapes up and doing a bunch of this, right? And tying it to a pole. It's a little more than that. You really got to understand what you're trying to make the mood, like what you want the atmosphere to feel like. Because a backdrop could be like, eye-catching. It could be like, wow. And it could be like, oh, that's cute. It just depends what you're going after, right? Normally, if it's something at a wedding, or something romantic, something like that, or subtle, I kind of stick to subtle, right? Because you want everything to kind of pan out, but then it depends on your clients. They might want that wow factor, right? It just really depends. So that was pretty much it. Hey Ramona, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to come on and tell you guys what my go-tos are. So number 1 is definitely, you always want to be mindful of any kind of cultural things that's happening. If it's something you don't know about, ask questions. You don't want to guess, right? Ask questions and just do your research, right? You want to do your research. The cultures are different, and what means or matters to you could be totally different to your clients. The second one was inspiration. Be inspired. Yes, be inspired, but let's not copy, right? Let's not copy. We are creatives for a reason, because this is what we do, and we should be able to see something and just create something from that. Let that be your starting point, and then send it to me, Kimberly. I'll send it to me. But I think I know what you're talking about. So I'll check on it. So yeah, second thing was inspiration. Third thing was trends, whatever is trending, right? You should know if it's trending, if it's popular, then people are going to want it. So yeah, you should be to some degree, whether that's the colors, if that's the style, if that's the actual locate, whatever it is. Like I told you guys, now everybody is outside. So yeah, you guys should be, just for the hell of it. If you ain't got no customers, you ain't got no client, just for the heck of, I want to, but I can't. I can't. Between these daggone classes and events, I don't have no time. But yeah, just do what's trending. Put that stuff on your social feeds. Get you some increase your visibility and all that good stuff. And then there you go. Do what's trending. Do what's popular. Third thing was your client preference. I mean, not third thing. Fifth thing was the client preference. Give them what they want, right? If it's something they asking for specifically, give it to them. And even if it's like, I had a couple backdrops, and I'm like, but they loved it, right? It's not for you. So, you might like playing with the drapes, but it ain't for you. It's for your clients. So you can't give them what they want. And even if like I was saying with the sketches, sketch some stuff out, play around with some colors, get out your coloring, what you call them things? The wax crayons. Get out your crayons, your color pencils, whatever it is, right? Really get and I hate writing, guys. I hate writing. But now that I'm into this blog thing, like writing my blogs out, it's like one of the most amazing things. It's something about old school pen and pencil, right? And I'm telling you guys, I hate writing. Y'all see, I just hate writing. But when I get down and sit down and do it, the content is just, I can't explain it. It's just my mind be like, ooh, and it's just, I be coming up with so many ideas. It's just amazing. Hey, Allie! It's amazing. So I'm finding a new love for writing. But now I just got to find the thing that make me want to do it. But yeah, so get down, do your sketches, do things like that, and you will be amazed at what kind of motivation come, what kind of creativity come, what you end up seeing on that sketch, or even if it's stick people, I don't care what it is, just get it on the paper. And then the last one is tools, right? Y'all that didn't know about Canva, go on Canva and use it. Canva do so much. It really, and now they like did some upgrades. I just haven't had time to play around with it. But Canva got like shadows now, and Canva is just showing off. I'm telling you guys, y'all got to check it out. You do sewing your own pole covers. Right. So sewing your own pole covers. I don't sew my pole covers. So I don't. Are you talking about like the sleeve, Kimberly? If you're talking about the sleeve, I don't do that. I use the old school. I still like. I like the old pole covers that you make with a whole panel, because it just gives your design like a nice finished, polished look. Only time I'm using the sleeve is if I'm doing something where my poles could possibly show, right? Or if I'm doing something where I need my fabric to not shimmy around. Then I will use those kind of pole covers. Absolutely, Allie. I'm getting in it. I'm getting in the flow of writing everything. I really am. I'm trying to. I'll write a million post-its, like notes. I'm getting, but it works. It really works. But it's just the fact of just doing it. But it works. I like it. Yeah, so I like the sketchbook that I'm creating now. Like I have an illustrator that actually sketches out. Every time I finish a backdrop, they'll sketch it out, but it's like in black and white. And it's just like the amazing thing since sliced bread. It's like, oh my God. So you mean to tell me I don't have to sit there with a pencil and like really try to draw an ugly backdrop? Because that's normally how it turns out. But this is I like how I'm doing the sketches. So yeah, try out the color wheel, learn the differences between, and that was something I didn't never think I would need to know. Like, I'm like, wow, I need to know the color wheel, right? But even if you in design school, they teach that in design school as well. And I'm sitting in class like, why do I need to know this? But now I get it. I get it. You have to understand the emotion that comes behind color, because it's a really strong concept when you guys are doing these events, right? I know some colors you fall in love with, some of them you hate, but understand, what they, and even in like little sayings, right? They'll say something like what, tickle pink. I'm like, who the heck is tickle pink? But I get it, and I guess because you laugh and it's like, is you pink? I don't know. Or what they say about red. I seen red. I was so hot. I say that a lot because when I'm mad, I see red. or green. You know, green replicates money. So normally that's what it equates to, right? Blue, especially royal blue, that's like one of those royal colors. That's why when you're doing the royal 16s or whatever it is, that's what that color is. Another color, purple, it kind of make you feel rich, right? Yellow is one of those. What is yellow? What is yellow? I don't know. What's yellow, guys? Yellow, I don't know about yellow, but I know yellow is one of those calming colors, right? Just like sky blue. That's why they pick those colors in those homes with, you know. You know, that's what it is. That's what it do. Oh, sorry, Chloe. My fault. Yeah, so Michelle, you definitely need to know the color wheel. Definitely. And what you're doing, what you're going into, you definitely should know that. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys tonight. Tell me in the comments, like, what is some of the things, or even what I shared, what's one thing that you will mellow yellow? Oh, that's a good one. Mellow yellow. Yeah, see, like, okay, so. Brightness, yeah, calm. Okay, got it. Thanks, Train. Sympathy. I didn't think about that. So, yes, that is. You always see the yellow, what is, tulips and stuff on the cards and stuff like that. Right. It's calming in the, yeah. That is funny. So, yeah, tell me in the comments, guys, like what, especially with the Canva thing, y'all have to try that out. If you playing with the, you know, like you're draping, and a lot of people say, like I said, y'all say, how do you pick your colors? How do you know what colors to use? I go to the color wheel, right? Sometimes if I get it up there, I may have a good idea in my head, and I'm like, nah, that didn't turn out right. I'll go to the color wheel, find a good color that pairs well with it. I kind of tend to stay away from the contrasting colors because it plays with the eyes. It really, really, really plays with the eyes. I normally I like an ombre effect, because it's safe. For one, it's safe. It's not, you know, when you do the contrasting colors and it's like, whoa, wow. you know, it's like, it's just too much. So you can kind of, you can kind of get it wrong if you don't pair the colors right. But I like the ombre. I like transitions because you're directing the focal to where you want it to go. So normally, like I said, my contrasting colors, if I am using contrasting, it's only with the different layers. So my base layer would probably be dark. My second layer would be a lighter color because that is what I want them to focus on, right? Yeah, you gotta get back on Canva. Purple is royalty. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Mary. Absolutely. So yeah, so play with those things, guys. Play with the colors. And play around. Just play in some fabric. Sometimes, even if I'm in a fabric store, right, I will pick up literally the whole roll, and I'll kind of just, you know, walk it down up next to other colors. It's so funny because we have a video to shoot while I'm shopping for fabric. It's a part of the program, and when y'all see my process, y'all like, this girl crazy. But sometimes that's how I get that's where I get my inspirations from. That's really where I get it from. That's where I learn new fabric, right? I haven't draped with all fabric. That's how I get new ideas and, you know, just come up with new concepts. And things like the pattern fabric and things like that. Like, you got to really just try some stuff out, try some new stuff out, right? So that is really all I have tonight, guys. That's all I have tonight. Hey, Nicole. So yeah, I just wanted to come in, drop in for Posh Late Night Biz, share with you guys about the whole color. But honestly, I actually do have a blog post, you should have known, that's going to be, you know, outlaying all those tips I just gave you guys. So go and, you know, play around with the different tools I mentioned. Look out for the Pantone color of the year. I may be wrong, but I know it comes out around December for the year to come, right? Get some inspiration. Don't don't copy, right? But be inspired and learn different cultures, especially with the one, you know, where I'm going, like this, the whole Indian culture. I just freaking love it, right? But I'm also learning about the culture. You know, I don't want to just be, oh, let me do your backdrops. Like, no, I really want to understand the importance behind the colors and things like that. See you, Danny. Bye, babe. So again, that's all I have. Anyone that's looking to learn premium drape, let me say this too, especially if someone catches the replay. some people is not understanding like what the program is, the Draping Design program. Draping Design is a membership program, meaning every month there's a new design that is released every month, but it's not like every August 1st, September 1st. No, it's not like that. It's every 30 days according to when you sign up. So if Elizabeth signed up on the 1st and then Suzanne signed up on the 5th, Suzanne's programs is going to be dripped every 5th. And the first person, I forgot the name, will be every 1st, right? So I wanted to say that for somebody to catch the replay that probably not understanding the concept of the program. So it is a membership program. It is not one backdrop. It is 12 different backdrops along with 12 bonus backdrops, which includes, I mean, it's ridiculous. It includes a lot, right? Such as tent draping, canopy, drop ceilings. It's a lot. So that's pretty much what it is. I wanted to say that on here in case somebody said it. So that's all I got, guys. I gotta go because guess what I gotta do? I said that before I go to bed, I'm going to write out a piece of content, and so far I've been true to my word. So I got to go work on some more content because there's some amazing new things coming out. And someone had mentioned possibly they would like for me to do the individual courses again. I don't know if that's going to happen because I'm still working on this big project, but I will definitely keep that in mind. If any of you guys are not in the Posh Academy Pipe and Drape Learning Community, which is over on Facebook, you definitely want to go there, as well as follow my YouTube. YouTube has been amazing. It has been doing amazing. So we are really growing over there on YouTube. We're really expanding the tribe. We're really expanding our visibility, all that good stuff. So be sure to, like what they say on YouTube. Like, watch, subscribe, hit the bell, all that. So make sure y'all do that. I gotta go, guys. Love you guys. See you next week, right? Next week is going to be a different segment. Next month, we're going to be talking about embellishments. All different things, embellishments as far as backdrops, right? And the different things that you can use and how to use it properly or possibly where to get it from, right? So that's what it is. I'll see you guys in September.